In the personal story segment tonight, Paula Dean made an emotional appeal for forgiveness this morning in her first TV interview since being fired by the Food Network for using the N-word.
If there's anyone out there that has never said something that they wish they could take back, if you're out there, please pick up that stone and throw it so hard in my head that it kills me.
Do you have any doubt in your mind that African Americans are offended by the N-word?
I don't know, Matt. I have asked myself that so many times because it's very distressing for me to go into my kitchens and I hear what these young people are calling each other. These young people are gonna have to take control and start showing respect for each other and not throwing that word at each other.
Now, a lot of these kids are getting their cues from pop culture. Take a look at these lyrics from Drake. He's one of the biggest hip-hop music stars alive now. And as you can see, these lyrics are pretty reprehensible. And that song, by the way, is number 8 on the Billboard hip-hop chart. But back to Paula. Here with reaction, Deneen Borelli, a Fox News contributor, and joining us from Atlanta, David Johnson. He's the CEO of Strategic Vision. It's a PR firm and a branding agency. Let's start with you, David, because I know you're not a fan of Paula Dean, to say the least. I mean, it was a painful interview to watch. I mean, it was to watch, to experience, to see. She was weeping throughout most of the interview. She believes that she's been targeted because she's successful and perhaps for other reasons. And she said, look, I haven't used that word for 30 years. She's lost her TV show. She's lost her restaurant gig. And she'll probably lose a lot more. Is this fair if indeed it's true that she said this word 30 years ago?
Well, the key thing is that we're really not being criticizing her for what she said. More than anything, why she's losing these gigs and everything is how she's handled the crisis afterwards. It's her failure in the first 48 hours to apologize and really get in front of the story that's the reason the Food Network and others are leaving her. Is it fair? Look, it's reprehensible that any of these rappers, that anybody uses the N-word. We've heard Oprah Winfrey, we've heard Bill Cosby, and others say these rappers are as bad as these racists who use the N-word. There's no place for the N-word. But from a PR standpoint, for Paula Dean, the bigger thing, very much in politics, it's always said that it's not the crime, it's the cover-up that gets you in trouble. For Paula Dean, the problem hasn't been what she said, it's the way she's handled the damage control afterwards.
Well, what could she do, Deneen, at this point? I mean, she's gone and done this interview. It's, again, extremely emotional, to say the least. You get the sense that she's become, it's kind of a pathetic thing. But she says it's unfair. Like her record, I don't watch her show. I really don't know much about her. Right. But she apparently has been a big success, and she's not like she's had a history of these kinds of comments. At least I'm not aware of them.
Well, first of all, she's a cook. So she has absolutely no idea how to handle such a situation like this.
Though, right?
She is a rich person, yes. But she has apologized for something that she did that was wrong. And for the media, the public, to keep continuing to pound her about this issue when, in fact, she has owned up to her actions and what she did, and she has apologized. I say let the free market decide whether her books sell and her appliances and her whatever else, the TV show, all of that. Let the free market decide if her career continues or not.
The market is deciding. I mean, a lot of these companies
but a lot of her core fan base is still
what about her argument that look, the culture has steeped itself in language that's reprehensible and demeaning to I think implicitly she's saying to women, to everyone. And look, you have to go through the Billboard hip-hop chart, and it's hard to find one song on the chart that doesn't use some offensive word, and the N-word is used in one of the titles of one of the top 10 songs now.
Right.
But it's okay, right? Because it's authentic and it's street and it's urban and it's the way that people talk. So it's considered okay for certain people to use that word, but not for Paula Dean because she's a white lady from the South.
Yeah, that's why there's a huge double standard when it comes to this issue. She's being vilified for something she did years ago, which she already apologized for. But on the flip side, yes, we have music, we have videos, we have young children who are hearing these words on a regular basis and acting out on what they hear.
No, David, what's your response to that? I mean, the culture is what it is today.
The culture is what it is, but it's not just one isolated incident with Paula Dean. Let's not forget in that transcript, she also referred to Jews. She also had a plan that she scrapped about, doing a party that was pretty much reminiscent and celebrating the plantation style.
That was bizarre. That party was bizarre. That was that wedding reception or something? I didn't get that thing at all. That was weird.
And the market is deciding what we're seeing. Yes, some people are rallying to her, but more and more, not just the corporations, but some of her fan base is beginning to desert her as well. And the problem for Paula Dean is the way that she handled this crisis. That's why we're still talking about it.
What could she do, though?
Yes, she apologized,
what should she do? Should she immediately say, I'm going to hire a minority consultant to help produce my show or be a co-host? I mean, what would she do?
I know what you don't do.
Well, the first thing she could have done was gone on the Factor.
For help.
Yeah, that would have been good. Bill would have loved that.
What you don't do is go seek Jesse Jackson. He's she's weak, and he's an opportunist, and he's just going to go after her for her money.
That's my prediction. Jesse will save the day for Paula Dean. That's what's going to happen.
Well, I mean, Jesse's already saying that she's got to settle the lawsuit. He's not there to help her. He's there to promote himself.
Up next, more courtroom drama and the Zimmerman murder trial.